All right, lifting family, welcome back. So it's been a few weeks and it's been kind of a weird, chaotic past few months just with the basement and everything, and I haven't really had a focus for videos. So I've just kind of been trying to lay low on that and not have too much fluff content. A lot of my videos are about reviews and things like that, so I've been trying to keep that focus. I'd really like a little bit more of like a vlog focus. Just that way I can have a video each week that is a little bit more about me and my family and kind of, you know, what I do. And that's gonna be something that I'm gonna try to start to phase in here. So this is gonna be more of like an intro in terms of my lifting. So I've planned my programming, and I've been lifting for quite a number of years. So as far as lifting goes, I'm very well versed when it comes to fitness. I've got a degree in exercise science. And so with that, usually when I take a program, and I think that this is probably pretty advisable for anyone, is that whenever you see a program online or you see a program in a magazine, that's a little bit more of like a template, and you're gonna wanna try to fit pieces into that. So I mean, if you've got a flat bench press, but maybe you've got some shoulder issues and you don't have like a slingshot, I don't know where my off-brand slingshot is, but you don't have a slingshot to help support your shoulders a little bit better. Maybe you move that to an incline press, or maybe you move it to a dumbbell press where you can kind of get a little bit more of a better angle with your shoulders. But moving exercises around like that are going to be what that is. And so what I am kind of long-winded talking about is essentially I have taken the GZCL Cody Lefever, trying to remember that name. So thumbs up if you're a fan of Cody Lefever, and I guess I'm stealing likes in a video for someone else's name, but I have altered that program quite a bit, the Jack and Tan 2.01, just to kind of fit a little bit more of what I do, what my focus is, a little bit more of a leg focus towards the end. And really, because in terms of a lot of what that program does is towards the tail end of that, you kind of peak towards a 1 rep max. You're trying to find your rep max in the beginning, and then you phase into your next mesocycles to where you're getting towards that 1 rep max. And I'm not going to show you his program. If you want to search that out, look up Jack and Tan 2.0. Amazing write up on that. He actually responded pretty quick to a question of mine, just because I was asking about some of the setup, and what I'll show on the screen right now is going to be how my layout is and how these plus sets work. So what it was sounding like in the article was that if he wrote 3+ was that you do 3 sets and then a plus set. And that was really confusing for me, and it's definitely a lot of volume variance. I mean, if you're looking at weight, so weight times your set times your reps, and then you start to accumulate that of your workout, you're getting your volume. So for me, I needed to know a concrete answer. My brain can't work like that. If I am going to start altering a program, I want to know how someone set that up so that I can then say, all right, well, am I going to follow this to a T because everything here somehow lines up with what I like, or is this going to be something where I need to make some alterations? And so I did that, and I did that mostly because a lot of the exercises were based on squat, bench, deadlift, and I can't really squat heavy, so I'm doing more of like an elevated heel squat that's more like a goblet squat. And I'm learning a lot from N1 training, another one to look out from for the aspects of learning. So comment down below if you're a fan of them. Also, please remember to subscribe to my channel, but also subscribe to N1 Training and also Cody Lefever's channel. I'm not sure if he's still active on YouTube, but still always a good way to support. But in terms of the layout here, I am just basically progressing towards a 5 rep max. I have no interest in becoming a 1 rep max strength type person. And then you're gonna see some of the exercises where I do like a car deadlift. That's just more of like a rack deadlift, and I am not here for opinions on what I need to choose. So in terms of this layout, I'm really focusing on the main movements, but then I added a complementary movement. I like supersets a lot. I can build up work capacity doing that, and I can also make sure that when it comes to getting in a lot of volume, which I was trained early on with heavy volume, so that's essentially how it works for me to be able to just gain strength. I need a lot of volume, which is fine for me. I can kind of zone out into my workout, really get into it, and really get after it. So I've got my core T1 movements and then my secondary T2 movements. So T1 movement is bench press, T2 movement might be like a incline dumbbell press, and then a T3 movement would be like a fly, a dumbbell fly or something like that. So that's kind of how these work out. And then I'm essentially I was starting off with 5 days a week, which was pretty intense, and now I'm on 6 days. My hip is starting to feel better, so I'm really trying to get in a decent bit of what I can when it comes to my hip, and just really getting that movement coming back. So I'm trying not to get too greedy, so rather than going too heavy, I'm adding in more volume. Other than that, that's the training aspect. As far as dieting, I'm really still trying to dial that back in as well. I'm lean-ish, but I'm like fitness dad bod lean, which would be adjacent to like a dad bod, I guess. But like I've got some muscle. I look like an off-season bodybuilder. I look like an off-season fitness enthusiast. Don't want to offend the bodybuilders with my size, but I look like I just got like a little bit of a softer appearance. So and my wife hates when I say that, but at the same time, I've been in fitness for long enough that I know what I want to be and where I want to be, and then what the appearance is going to look like in terms of how I will see myself as like, all right, well, here's where I feel comfortable, and then here's where the next phase would be like 10 to 12 weeks of being stage ready. So, which would also be another fantastic aspect. It'd be really cool to be able to step back on stage next year. I don't know that I want to spend like $400 just on a whim. That's a weird thing about being a dad, is that all of a sudden like your emphasis on attending a show and kind of forgetting, it all comes back to you in the end to where you're thinking about, oh my gosh, I spent all this money on a show. That's crazy. But in that same regard, it's $400. I mean, you got your card, and then you got your show entry, and then you got the tanning stuff, and then you've got generally tickets that you're trying to buy, and food for that day. As far as everything goes, I'm thinking about that. I'm trying to get that into my mindset as well, as if I really want to do that. My son Oliver has never seen me step on stage, and that was a big portion of where I was focused on for quite a while. So that might be something that's in the cards as well, but this would be kickoff vlog day 1 with like an intro to training. Like, comment, subscribe. Thank you for sticking with this. If you have any questions, definitely comment down below. Outside of that, thank you for watching, and as always, keep pushing.